We're back from England and we've got 12 or 7 tips that we used while we were out junking abroad.
We're hoping that this helps inspire you to take chances and risks and travel and junk together. So follow along with us as we tell you all the best ways to junk in England. One of the things that we like to do when we're traveling abroad is rent a car. I know it's a little bit scary, but the only way to get all the places you want to go when you want to go is rent a car. We rented a small commercial panel van. Probably didn't need the van, but it got great gas mileage and fit all of our junk amazingly. And after a few days of scary driving, Zeb did great. We're up very early in the morning because we're headed to a boot sale. And Zeb has managed to stay on the road, but that's also because nobody else is up this early. It's a little bouncy.
Hey, in my defense, my tire tracks are not the only ones diving off this road.
True that.
Very, very narrow.
I gotta keep the hedges back so that way people can go off the side of the road.
I particularly love the one-lane bridges where you have to give way for whoever's coming.
It's kind of like, you know what? If you gave yourself more road, you wouldn't have ruts. Maybe there's an asphalt like shortage.
Being able to go wherever we wanted to was awesome. We traveled almost 1,200 miles across the Kent countryside.
The next thing is you need to learn the vernacular, the lingo. What do they call things? A boot fair is a swap meet, places you can buy junk that people are getting rid of that they leave all over the ground for you to dig through. It's amazing. They also have things called house clearances, and that's kind of like an estate sale. People actually pay companies to go in, clear out their house, and then you can shop from those companies and usually get great deals. Last but not least, if you're lucky enough to find a jumble sale, that's where you're going to go to a church and it's like a rummage sale. All really great deals.
All right, so Jamie very quickly blew through 106 pounds for a lot of this stuff, but there's quite a few things here. Lots of little things that we just can't get back in the US, which is what we're looking for.
Not something you see every day in the country. A traffic light. I love old houses. And go.
Jamie went on Facebook Marketplace while we were staying in England, and she found this place called Kempton Downs, and it just happened that one of the weekends we were there, they were having an antique sale out on the grounds, and we went there, and this is where we found her favorite things that we found in England.
It was totally worth stopping by because I found marmalade crocks and advertising lids, as well as ink wells and a bunch of other treasures that I had been searching everywhere and couldn't find. This was the archaeologist that we met with who actually dug up all of these items from Victorian dump sites in England. He gave us some great tips. He said if you want to spot a fake, rub your finger against it, and if it's a fake, they're going to grab it from you quick because they don't want you to rub off the image. Never be afraid to go to actual antique stores and booths. We talked to locals and asked them where they went, and we went shopping. A lot of times there are things that are way more expensive than we're going to pay, but there's also things you can find that they don't necessarily value as much, and you can pick up for a good deal and make a profit when you get home.
Another thing that Jami did while we were there is she just Googled salvage yards, and this is one of those salvage yards that we went to, probably the best one. It was huge, and it had a lot of indoor spaces with things neatly organized, and a lot of it was actually priced individually so we could see what things were. The things that weren't priced individually, because inevitably Jami will always find all the things that aren't priced, we brought it up front, we did a little bundle deal with them, and it ended up being a really good deal. This is one of those things, these salvage yards that they have here. If we were going to be filling up a container, this is definitely one of the first places we hit because they've got tonnage. They've got doors and all kinds of different furniture and salvage wood, old finials that go on the tops of everything, pieces for stairs. They pretty much have everything you need to build and furnish a house and make it look like it's 300 years old.
Don't forget when you are out junking on vacation that you're actually on vacation and take a break. Zeb and I planned things every day that had nothing to do with shopping, and we found some amazing places. You can kind of see me trying to avoid horse patties in the background. These were wild horses at Dover. They were absolutely beautiful and tame.
Hey girl. Hey girl.
We needed a good home base, so we actually decided to stay in the same cottage in the countryside, kind of in the middle of where we were going to be the entire time. You need a place that you can drive right up close and put all of your finds inside to be stored and enough room to ship when you're all done, because you want to make sure that you have a place where everything is safe and you don't have to move it a ton.
It was lambing season while we were in England, and we will stop to take pictures of sheep in a field. We also stopped and saw just about every castle we drove by. This particular one is Leeds Castle. Leeds Castle also had a dog collar museum that was a lot more intriguing than we thought it was going to be. This is a real picture of Rye that Jami and I took from the top of the cathedral bell tower, and it's probably one of my favorite shots of the whole trip.
By far the best charity shop we've been to in Cranbrook. Look at the loot. We don't have a ton of footage, but we went to a lot of charity shops. They had amazing finds in there that were very well curated and set up neatly, and we were able to make some really good purchases. A charity shop is the same as a thrift store in the US.
Look at this mirror behind you. This frame.
Oh.
Like, go stand by it so we can get a good scale.
That is magical, and only 140 pounds.
That's actually really cheap.
Yeah, I feel like
if we were shipping stuff home, that would be coming with us.
That would go in a crate, and I would sell it for a couple thousand easy.
Yeah. And you don't even need to do anything to it. It's already got all the good age. So I'm guessing this is the English spin on the French style rolling pin. I actually like this a lot, how it's just rounded and not tapered.
This is definitely English style. It's everywhere here.
Yes.
We found a couple that we got for a good price.
That's a fancy baluster for your stairs.
Right?
Oh, those are awesome though.
We added bubble wrap to our empty suitcases to bring Rillas, as well as our favorite tape gun. We wound up using UPS freight, and we had to go to a stationery store to print out the labels and drop them off at a UPS access point. All of our packages arrived back in the US, and it was definitely worth the effort. One of the things that we always do is grab an extra suitcase while we're out. We don't pay to bring a suitcase we don't need. Just while we're out junking, we pick up one and then we load it up with goods and bring it home on the plane with us, in addition to the suitcases we already have. My last tip is to use your clothes you're bringing home to pack up your goods. Thanks for following along with us on our England trip. We had an amazing time. And because you guys watch this video and you shop our finds, we are going to be making more trips in the future, hopefully giving you guys some great insider information on how to have vacations, have fun, and bring home amazing junk. If you want to shop our finds, we'll drop the link below. You can visit JamiRayVintage.com. You can do some shopping and support our channel all at the same time. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it out, and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY
and junking all over the world.